Good morning, family. How are you doing? How is your morning? Bless your morning, bless your day, and God bless your families. Um, Today we're gonna talk about um, something that happened in the gym today that I've been talking about in my other videos, right? Um, so this lady comes into the gym. This lady, I'm not kidding you, she has to weigh at least close to 4, maybe 500 pounds, right? So, I see the way people look, the way people treat her, you know what I'm saying? Some people look at her with resentment as far as, what are you doing here? You need to go upstairs, you need to run. And, it's understandable, right? But I also try my best to reach out and try to help, right? Where I approached her and I told her, ma'am, if you don't mind, I would like to give you some tips in what you should be doing as far as your workout, or you can even go on the channel on Planet Fitness, and they have all type of workouts that you can learn from or you can do from your phone. You can even do it at home, or if you do it here. But I believe, to me, truly, in my heart, that if I was to be, that big, I think I would start off, with just concentrating on, running, right? Because running is one of the first things that people do in order to lose weight and burn calories. Because while you're running and you're accelerating your heart, right? Your heart starts burning and your body starts burning fat. That's basically what happens, right? So I was trying to tell her, right, and give her an advice because she was on the machine to do the pull downs, right? And, to me, I feel it's a waste of time, even though she could do some movements in the gym, you know, um, in order for her to have some mobility. I don't really know her goal, what it is. I know she want to lose weight. That's one of the facts, right? But I don't know really what is it that she wants to achieve. you know. So I try to approach and I try to talk to her. I try to give her some advice. You know, I gave her some advice, whether she took it or not. It's not up to me. I offered my help and I did what I always do, right? Which is trying to help somebody. You know, that's one of my mojos now. Um, I just passed through Broadway and Marcy, and there's this girl there, right? And you can see that she's homeless. She doesn't have nothing. So I offered to see if she wanted something to eat. And this is just me. I do this from the bottom of my heart because I know for a fact what it feels like, right? I'm not gonna do something or tell you something that I have not already done, bro. I've been there, done that. You understand what I'm saying? I've been there, done that. So there's nothing you can tell me. You understand what I'm saying? It's just we like them people, they go to the gym, right? And they weigh like 60 pounds and they walk around the gym, right? Like they weigh 300. You understand? With their chest sticking out like this, walking all around the gym. And I can't do nothing but laugh it off. That's what everyone does. I believe, right? But my day went good. I had an appointment at 10 o'clock, so I had to hurry up. I got to the gym like around 8:15. I went in there, first I started doing a little back, but and then I jumped into the bench to do some chest. And I decided to do some chest anyway, right? Because usually I do my chest routines on Mondays. On Sundays. But since I didn't go Sunday and I didn't go Saturday, that is the worst. I'm telling you, it is the worst feeling. When you don't go work out Saturday and Sunday, me, when I don't go work out Saturday and Sundays, bro, I go to the gym and I feel like I'm beginning to work out for the first time because I be so exhausted. I don't be into it. I'm not. That motivation ain't there. That's why I say, man, I like to work out, and it's good to take time off for you to heal. You know, because that's one of the process that when you work out, the process for your growth or whatever you're trying to achieve, you also have to rest, right? Um, but when I rest, it's like you know, I backtrack. You understand? Um, I feel like I'm getting small. My mind's still playing tricks on me, right? But I believe I'm not the only one. But other than that, you know, I worked out for that hour, had a good time, right? And then I went to the dentist today, and can you believe this, right? So they take an impression, right? Um, 2 months ago, an impression. They grind my teeth, and they take an impression to give me a crown, right? So today I'll go over there. I'm thinking it's for the crown. It's another doctor took out the impression that I had, right? To put another one, and now I gotta wait for the crown on the third. I said, but y'all call me in to do the same thing, and then I notice what it's for. They try to drain your fucking Medicaid. That's what they do, or they try to um, drain your pockets. Because in all reality, why did you call me in a second time to do something that has already been done? And guess what? He didn't even know that I already had an impression. He was about to put one on, and I stopped him and I said, "Hold up, why are you doing that for?" He said, "No, I got to put an impression." I said, "I already have an impression. On your teeth is like this gel that they put so they can measure your teeth, so they can give you the crown, the right size." But I said, "But they already did an impression." He said, "Oh, let me see." And then once he started checking it out, I told him, "You're calling me back to do the same thing." He said, "No, no, I knew you had an impression. It says right here in the computer that you're here today for an impression." I said, "Oh my God, bro, what am I dealing with, bro? What am I dealing with?" But these are the things that a normal person on a normal day has to go through, and I'm glad that I have you to share it with, because I just couldn't keep it inside. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, it's crazy, man. The things that people go through. But anyway, um, back to the workout. I'm hoping that that lady takes my advice. If not, there's a lot of things out there that you can do now, man. Social media, you got people, what I'm saying, that'll come to your house and work out with you. If that's the case, you know. But there's help out there. People cannot say, "Oh man, that I can't do this because nobody want to help me." No, man, you have to go and you have to ask for the help, man. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to. And always remember, if you're gonna lose weight, right, you gotta start eating right. You gotta start, you know, having new eating habits. You gotta watch what you eat, what you put in your body, man, because that's a big factor in weight loss right now, man. People can't just stop. Oh, that I'm gonna eat a little bit today. I'm not gonna eat it no more. I'm gonna eat a little bit cookie. That was me. I'm going to eat a little bit of cookies and this, or I'm gonna eat me an ice cream. You know what I'm saying? That won't do nothing. It's only one time, and one time turns to two, two turns to three, and when you come to know, you say, "All right, forget about everything," and you start eating unhealthy again. But that's the way it is. Right now, I'm sitting in the park. It's beautiful out here. The wind is a little hard, but it's nice and sunny. But it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to come and enjoy the weather. So I'm in this park right now, and what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna do a couple of calisthenics, a couple of push-ups, maybe a couple of pull-ups and dips, and then after I do that, once I do that, you know, go home and call it a day. But I'm glad that I can share this with you. Thank you for being there. Please love, like, and subscribe. That's my motto. Leave any comments in the comment section. Please watch the last video so you can understand what I said about as far as being overweight and losing weight. Thank you. May God bless you. I love you. Have a great day.